everybody. Well, I totally failed. I failed on keeping you guys updated on the chicken coop, and the process and everything. So I'm trying to make up for it here and kind of walk you through a bunch of stuff that I did and how I did it, and just walk you through everything, so that you guys can catch up, and I can keep my promise on showing you how to build a chicken coop. So, sorry. There she is. It's changed a lot since last time. But last time I made, basically they were framing, and that was about it. So now, I mean, there's interwall and sheathing gone up, and this part is insulated. But let's get into it. So here it is. This chicken coop is fully, not quite fully insulated now, but we're not quite there yet, but all the walls here on the exterior are insulated. And so kind of what the thought process is we wanted to keep the birds warm. Obviously they can survive on their own without it, but they'll produce more, they'll be more comfortable, there'll be less stress, all of that. If it was, kind of very, more cush form. So that's why this is the Taj-mahal of chicken coops. But anyways, so we got all the walls up, and then got the roofing. I did basically a middle beam, ridge beam, and then did rafters down, and then hurricane tied them to the top plate, okay? And that makes it so there's no uplift issues going on. I did have a tail come off the rafters, so that way there's a 1 foot overhang all the way around. The 1 foot overhang is just for looks. Obviously I'm gonna cut in, the other reason it's nice is there's ventilation, and this side I just got it too long on this side, and the other side, but I brought it out too far, and so it's 13 inches instead of 12, so that was kind of my mistake. So I'm gonna have to shore that up and fill it in and stuff. But anyways, so sheathing, got the roofing on. I sheathed the roof. This is siding, sorry, just the siding panels. I put sheathing on the roof, and then I put the tarp on there, and then it's pretty windy out here all the time, so today is like perfect. But tacked on some pieces on the seams, that way it wouldn't blow away. I'm gonna put a metal roof on just for longevity and cost. I mean, it's way more expensive to do shingles than it is the metal roof, so we run that way. I put drip edge on all the way around, and then I obviously I've sealed around the trim, window trim, and all that. Started filling some of the holes and things. Haven't finished the side trim, but basically you just start covering it up. There's seams anywhere where there's a seam here, like a not an overlap seam like these guys, like sheet over sheet, that's okay, but anywhere where there's a hard seam like that, I'm gonna cover it with a piece of trim and then seal it with caulking. So I mean, yeah, basically just put the walls on, the siding walls on. That got us kind of closed in. Did the roof, and there's little gaps and stuff there too. And typically with when you're sheathing a roof, you'll want some 1/4 inch gap, 1/8 inch gap, for expansion, hot, cold. changes of weather will affect wood. So get little gaps and stuff, and so I covered it with the wrap. That way moisture wouldn't get in until we could get the roofing on. But you know, got an electrical outlet here for a camera and for other things in the future. And the little door we're gonna have is gonna be right here, auto door, things like that. So I mean, you put the siding on, sheathing, and then most of it is just the inside work. So I got this from a client. I pulled their door out and put this thing in. So it's a little, you know, it's obviously overkill, but it was free. So these are not cheap doors, especially with the glass. But if standard is like $300, so I sent myself a $300 there. We went a little crazy with the lights and stuff. We, you know, I went motion sensor on the lights for in here, and then this one is for the photocell lights for outside, decorative. Like I said, we went way nice. You know, it doesn't have to be this nice, but you know, having light is really critical, and it makes it super nice. Put a light in here because at nighttime you want to be able to see. And then this one's just dead switch. I got it just in case I needed it for something else. This is hooked up straight from power, and then it goes to this light over here. And when I turn this above the temperature that it's at, then it turns on. So if it hits, I've set it at 50. Anything below 50 or below, it will be on. But if it goes above 50, it turns off. So I love this method. It saves money. It's less risk of fire. I mean, this thing is not going anywhere. They could hit it and stuff like that, and you know, accidents happen, and I get it, but that's as safe as I can get it doing it this way. They don't, again, when they're fully grown, they don't need the heat. I usually put it on low, just up here, so 35 degrees, and I'm hoping with it being insulated, we won't even really use it or need it. I try not to force the hens to lay with the white light, just because it's not ideal for them to push them that hard. You know, if it's not natural, it's typically not a good idea. So anyways, I got the outside on, insulated all the walls, as you can see, and then I put the sheathing on, and then later we're gonna paint all this. I'll just come in here and just kick all the chickens out for the whole day, and once they're grown, and then we'll just go to town and just paint everything. And so that was nice. I have an outlet here because I knew my chick area for when we get chicks every year was going to be over here, so I wanted an outlet that had constant power for this. And let's see these little guys. There's 3 different weeks of age difference there. So obviously this guy is like a week 1, first week, first batch, and then these little guys are like the last batch we got. So, and they're doing good. They're not picking on each other. They look all pretty happy. There's quite a few birds in there. So we're gonna separate them in a bit. But yeah, so let's see what else. Put the sanitary door in. That way, you know, some of the heat stays. It's a hollow door, so not, I mean, some of the heat's gonna transfer out, but eventually we'll insulate this area. We'll put shelving up here. And the nesting boxes are gonna be over here. We're gonna do rolled or angled nesting boxes so the eggs roll away from them, and they get less dirty. I'll show you that in another video, kind of finishing up videos. But got all the electrical done, set up, and then I just went around and foamed everything. I foamed all the windows, trying to just keep it sealed as much as possible. As you can tell, I mean, it gets dirty in here, and this is pre-sealing up and everything, but the idea, and there's still, you know, light coming through because it's not all sealed up, but ideally it would just be pretty much solid sealed, and then we'll have to clean and dust and everything as much. Just keeps everything cleaner. I put these little ceiling joists up, and these are just wood is nasty and old and stuff, and but it's perfect for this. And so we'll throw ceiling up, and basically I'm going to treat this as like an attic, so like a typical house attic, and that way I can do roof vents, like a ridge vent, and then I can do side vents, and then that will get circulation coming up. We'll blow in insulation for the ceiling, and that'll get us real nice and consistent for the temps. So yeah, it's a Taj-mahal for chickens for sure. I mean, this is a 16 by 10 area, so I mean it's a big area. I mean, there's bedrooms smaller than this, but you know, we wanted to make it so it was way big enough. There's no stress on the birds. They're all gonna huddle in one corner anyways, to roost at night, but we could fit 40 birds in here, and be good. We put a little door in, and I cut through the base plate so that way it's just flush with the floor, and that way we can just shove all this out. And when we're cleaning, when it gets really nasty, like way nasty enough where we have to just clean the whole thing, shove it all out, and then start fresh. This is about two to three bags of shavings. There's quite a bit, and it's pretty thick right now. I think this is way thicker than it needs to be. But anyways, just wanted to show you guys that. It's pretty nice to have a little trap door there. Yeah, and this is gonna be awesome. This is all storage area, and it's gonna be great. But anyways, I just want to give you an update. I'm sorry I kind of lacked on the content and recording and stuff. I'm still getting used to recording every living second of my life, which, you know, it's hard to do. So, but look at that view. It's amazing. So yeah, and then we'll get netting, and you know, the one thing I wish I would have done in hindsight, I was planning on doing it, and then I get in my mode and I just forget things sometimes, is I was gonna do netting, because underneath is just open. Obviously there's sheathing and stuff in the way, but you're gonna have animals and other things living in there, and I wish I would have put netting down and then buried it. If I were to do it over again, I definitely would have done that. So, but anyways, just want to show you that, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll take some more videos and show you what the rest of it's gonna look like when I get there. So thanks guys, see you in the next one.